Hi, business owners. Phase 3. Woohoo! But do your customers know you're back? Well, that's where the Clarence Bug Show and Pelican Broadcasting can help. Right now, we've got great rates on advertising packages to help you get the word out. Shoot me an email at bugsclarence@gmail.com. Or better yet, call me up. I'd love to talk with you. 225-485-6839. Let's get together and make Phase 3 the best it can possibly be.
From appetizers, pasta dishes, and entrees, La Cantea takes pride in preparing all the Italian cuisine we know you love. Enjoy live music every Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 9, happy hour weekdays from 3 to 6, and brunch on Sundays from 11 to 2, as well as dinner portion-sized lunch specials for under $10. Visit our website to view our menu and book a party or meeting in our large banquet room. Once you try La Cantea, your Italian dining will change forever.
They said I could find you here. Why are you fishing? Our company's got to ship out 2 full color brochures and 20 color copies. You're killing me.
It's done. Designed, printed, packaged, and shipped.
How?
You just got to know the right people. Baker Printing, the printing people.
How come you get to fish in this private lake?
Like I said, you just got to know the right people. You can know the right people too.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Welcome as we start another week of the Clarence Bug Show. If you missed us yesterday, well, that's because we have a little change in the lineup now. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yours truly will have the opportunity to spend an hour with you each day here on the Pelican. Additionally, good news, we are working on some additional shows that yours truly will be involved in on Monday. So all of it works out for the better. And, of course, the Exiles now will follow yours truly on Tuesday and Thursday. So be sure to stick around for Bill Profita and my friend Kevin Gallagher. You know, every now and then, if you are fortunate enough to live long enough, you get to witness historic occurrences. And for many of us, it is even more gratifying when it involves Louisianians and Louisiana institutions. Such was the case this past weekend when our state's flagship university, very proudly, I might add, and rightfully so, unveiled Kim Mulkey as the new head coach for the LSU women's basketball program. Oh my God, the buzz, the electricity around this monumental just doesn't seem to do it justice. When you look at the resume that Kim Mulkey has compiled, it is, for a guy who makes his living with words, it's hard to come up with enough glowing adjectives to describe her resume. 4 high school championships, graduating as the valedictorian of her class in winning the 4th of 4 consecutive state championships, 2 national championships as a player, 3 as a coach, and the list goes on and on and on and on. This will, in all likelihood, go down as the most impactful hire in the history of LSU athletics. I know that's saying a lot, but when you look at the resume that she has compiled and is a commodity now that is hands down, unquestionably, a proven winner. It's Scott Woodward's best work to date. Say what you will about the athletic director, but he's a closer. He knows how to get these things done. And at the end of the day, for me and for a lot of others as well, and this may have been the prevailing sentiment when the announcement was made, it's a Louisiana girl. You can tell how many people are simply using a social line when they talk about Louisiana food. It's the ones like Kim Mulkey when she talks about Ponchatoula strawberries. She closes her eyes and her head goes back a little bit. When she talks about crawfish, the eyes close and she just kind of shakes her head just thinking about it. That's Louisiana. And aside from a Louisiana girl done good, to add to that, someone that truly loves this state makes it that much more gratifying for those of us that love Louisiana and love Louisiana State University. I was particularly enamored with the fact that one of my favorite people on the planet was very instrumental in bringing Kim Mulkey home. Dee Dee Bro, as you well know, loves Louisiana and LSU like nobody's business. And quite frankly, it was something she didn't have to do. She did that out of love for Louisiana, love for a fellow Louisianian, and out of love for the institution. Dee Dee Bro, along with Beth Torina, softball coach at LSU, two of my favorite people on the planet. Passionate, love their jobs, love the university. And they are just good people. So I guess in hindsight, it shouldn't be all that surprising that Dee Dee Bro went out of her way to help Louisiana State University secure this absolutely awesome hire. It's also special to me because I'm sure there are tons of people out there that have a Kim Mulkey story, a Kramer Robertson story, an LSU story, but watching Kramer bask in the glow of his mom's achievement was really special. I had the opportunity twice, as a matter of fact, to throw out the first pitch at an LSU baseball game. And the first time around, Kramer Robertson was my catcher. And funny story, as I'm walking up to the mound, I'm going through the checklist in my mind, right? Okay, be sure that you do this, make sure you don't do that. And then it occurred to me, wait a minute. You were All-American kid. You played Little League ball, you pitched, you played sandlot, just All-American kid. You don't need to do all of this checklist stuff. Get out there and do what you did as a kid. So as I'm walking to the mound, and if you've never done the first pitch thing before, you probably don't realize until you start walking out, there's nobody on the field. You're the only person on the field. Everybody in the stands is looking right in your face, and they've got your face up on the Jumbotron, right? So I'm walking out to the mound, and the closer I get to the mound, the more I start to realize, dude, you've forgotten how high the pitcher's mound is in college baseball. You're throwing downhill. You got this, dude. So I get on the mound, and I see Kramer Robertson get in his crouch. And immediately, I shake him off. He picked it up as soon as I did it. I guess Kramer said, oh, this guy wants to have some fun. So he flashes me some signals, right? I shake him off again. At this point, the crowd is getting into it, right? So he flashes me a second set of signals. I shake him off again. He gives me another round of signals. I say, all right, let's do this. It is something I will remember for the rest of my life. And Kramer was so very gracious in what he did. And it's just more proof that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So to watch him yesterday at the press conference with his mom, because I can only imagine all the sacrifices she made for Kramer in his playing days and his career, getting him to where he is with the Cardinals today. It's just really, really nice to see the roles be reversed. Get the son the opportunity to bask in the glow of mom's achievements. It was also announced yesterday that since this announcement was made, over 1,100 new season ticket holders have purchased tickets. Kim Mulkey was very careful to say, now listen, y'all, I know, I'm a Louisiana girl. I'm happy to be here. Y'all act like you're happy to have me here. Yeah, my resume says what it says, but this is not going to happen overnight. And I need your help. This is an opportunity for Louisiana folks to support a Louisiana girl, a Louisiana school, and a Louisiana program. We cannot afford to sit back and think, well, we got Kim Mulkey here now. We don't need to do anything. Everything's going to be roses from here on in. Doesn't work that way. These young ladies and this institution deserve our support. And if we're not going to do it at a time like this, then when are and why are we going to do it? It is, if you're a true fan, watching a program grow and develop is maybe more impactful than enjoying the championships. Championships are great. At the end of the day, that's why you play the game. Everybody wants, or at least hopes, that they will end up as the best there is in whatever their respective sport happens to be. But there's a lot to be said about enjoying the ride. A lot of folks are bandwagon fans. Once you start winning championships, everybody wants to be a part of the excitement. But it's the folks that are there from the very beginning, those people are the ones that will end up with the most to cherish when all is said and done. It is a great day for Louisiana, a great day for Louisiana State University, and God knows it could not have come at a better time. We all know the struggles, the problems that LSU athletics is entertaining right now. So to have a development of this sort at this time, for my money, it could not have happened at a better time, nor could it have happened for a better person. Kim, it's great to have you back home. LSU, do right by her. And fans, now is our opportunity to step up to the plate as well. Since we changed the lineup, no longer doing the Monday show, that means we had to switch a very special segment to the second segment of the Tuesday edition of the Clarence Bugg Show. So we'll get our first break out of the way. When we come back, it is now on Tuesday. That's right. Now that's just stupid. That's up next on the Clarence Bug Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golfing Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystonecountryClub.com.
Hi, I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
And I'm Dr. Kay Siller with the Rocket Right Show.
We are two busy blondes on the go showing off life in Louisiana.
Watch us on Pelican Sports Network.
And Talk 107.3 FM. Check local listings for times.
The first big sale of the year is here. The Dream Garage Spring Event is underway at Team Honda. For the first time ever, get $12.50 customer cash on every new 21 Passport, or get 0% for 60 months on every new 21 Pilot at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda.
Balello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing. You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day. Balello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Welcome back to today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. Even though Marty didn't give me a cue or anything like that, you know, you're busy. Mighty busy, y'all. If you are new to the show, new to the station, new to the area, in response to the ever-growing, rapidly growing, and expanding level of stupidity in this country, we have formulated a segment where we get to share some stupid with you, and it's not just regular level stupid, okay? S-T-U-P-I-D. We all know stupid, that's just, you know, regular level stupid. But in this day and age, just when you thought we had reached the pinnacle of stupidity, along comes S-T-O-O-P-I-D. Now that's just stupid. An entirely different level of stupid. You know what is so amazing to me? A lot of it these days centers around science. Have you noticed recently how the left, liberals, progressives, want us to, quote, follow the science? Of course, now, if you read between the lines, you very quickly find out that the science they want us to follow is very narrowly geared towards pushing an agenda. For example, Texas Lone Star State Representative James, and I hope I don't butcher the name too badly, Talarico, Talarico. By the way, this guy is Harvard educated. The representative last week in an interview proclaimed, quote, "Modern science obviously recognizes there are many more than two biological sexes." He says the number is actually 6. In an interview with the Washington Times, he says, quote, "There are 6 really common biological sexes based on X and Y chromosomes, not just XX, which is female, and XY, which is male, but also there's single X, XXY, XYY, and XXXY. Biologically speaking," the quote continues, "scientifically speaking," remember you got to follow the science, "sex is a spectrum and oftentimes can be very ambiguous." I beg to differ. Stupid is a spectrum, and you pretty much covered all of it. 6 commonly recognized biological sexes according to the science. Yeah. Now that's just plain, old-fashioned, flat-out stupid. Harvard educated, mind you, and freely roaming the halls of the Texas state capitol. You can't make this stuff up. By the way, when you get some time for this next story, you might want to go through the old things that you have at home that you've completely forgotten about. Library books, VHS tapes from the video rental store, things of that nature. The reason is Cleveland County, Oklahoma. Texas woman there wants to legally change her name on her driver's license after she got married. So she goes to DMV to carry this out and finds out that she is wanted on a charge of felony embezzlement. Like most people, Karen McBride panicked. She's like, I didn't embezzle anything. What in the world is this all about? And felony embezzlement on top of that? Well, come to find out, Karen McBride failed in 1999 in Norman, Oklahoma, to return a VHS copy of Sabrina the Teenage Witch to a movie rental outlet that has been out of business for over 15 years. It might seem funny at first glance, except for the fact that she's lost a number of jobs over the last 20 years and couldn't figure out why. Quote, the first thing the woman answering the phone at the Cleveland County DA's office told me that I was wanted for felony embezzlement. So I thought I was going to have a heart attack. Online documents show that she is a wanted woman because she never returned a rented VHS tape of Sabrina the Teenage Witch in 1999. Quote, I had to make her repeat it because I thought, this is insane. This girl's got to be kidding me, right? No, she wasn't kidding. Come to find out, she remembered finding a library book a few years ago that she forgot to return. So while she's looking, she started looking at some other stuff, and here's a VHS tape over 20 years ago, and she was charged with felony embezzlement. Here's the real rub. The Cleveland County Assessor's Office says their records show the business shut down for good in 2008. So for 13 years, this has been hanging over her head. And ironically, had she not gotten married and decided, I need to go through the process of changing my name, she never would have known. 20 years. She's lost jobs and now finds out that, well, it's because they looked into my background. And the first thing that pops up, felony embezzlement charge. Over Sabrina the Teenage Witch on VHS. On VHS, mind you. And you thought things were crazy in your life. Finally, the entertainment industry held its biggest night recently. And contrary to what the media will have you to believe, the Oscars was a huge, a smashing, an incredible flop. The lowest ratings in the history of the Oscars. From just over a year ago, viewership off right at 60%. Now, let me take a guess here. This is a wild guess, and I know I'm going out on a limb here, but I'm a fairly light fellow. Unless, it's a very, very small limb, I got a good chance of it holding me up. I would imagine what people in this country, we conservatives particularly, have had to stomach from Hollywood over the last year plus. Apparently, they thought, Hollywood, entertainment industry, apparently they thought that either we weren't paying attention to all the ugly, nasty, degrading stuff that they threw out there about us conservatives. Either they figured we weren't paying attention, or we're just too freaking stupid to know that they were insulting us to no end. So with all of this insulting half of your audience, calling us all kind of ugly names, taking liberties with our reputations, our love for this country, and everything else, they apparently didn't think there would be any consequences to their actions. Here's a news flash for you, Hollywood. When the theaters reopen, we're not coming back. When your movies now start airing on streaming services and the like, we're not watching them. Just so you know, there are consequences to your actions. And the lowest viewership in the history of your organization is a direct reflection of how we feel you have treated us. Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, Delta Airlines, maybe you can learn a lesson from this. Not that I think they will, because if they had one functioning brain cell in that hollow little head of theirs, they would have figured out before they start insulting half of their audience that this is not really a smart thing to do. Just saying. Then again, it's Hollywood. So they fit right in with "that's just stupid." Bottom of the hour break. Get this out of the way. Talk about some legislation could very well change some things here in Louisiana. That's up next on the Clarence Bug Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
Got termites? Get Premier Pest. PremierPestServices.com.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Jaguar Nation, we need your help in masking up Louisiana.
Masks help us slow the spread of COVID-19.
During this time, we must continue to wear a mask. Wash your hands and practice social distancing.
It's important that we continue to abide by the CDC's guidelines to stop the spread.
Jaguar Nation, we challenge you to mask up. Go Jags!
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Caught spiders? Premier Pest Services.
Welcome back to today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. The Louisiana legislative session is charged this year with dealing with a shortfall as it relates to our infrastructure needs. You guys and girls know full well the backlog that we face for road and bridge construction and repair projects in our state. And if you've ever driven through Baton Rouge, I was tempted to say during rush hour, but on any given day, all it takes is one vehicle to break down in the right place at the right time, and pretty much the whole city will shut down. You know how desperately we need another bridge spanning the Mississippi River. While all of the locals in the Baton Rouge area refer to the Horace Wilkinson I-10 bridge as the new bridge, you do realize that puppy is 60 years old now. And it shows you just how long we've gone without major infrastructure investments here in the capital region. Well, State Senator Rick Ward is pushing a bill filed by himself and Senator Paula Davis, where money would be reallocated from the 45/100% sales tax to the construction's sub-fund of the Transportation Trust Fund. That money could be used to pay for a list of projects, one of them being a new bridge over the Mississippi River. Quote, "What we are really going to do is just take a stream of money already coming in the state and point it in the direction of infrastructure." Let me be the first to say, I like the idea primarily because it would not involve new taxes. Additionally, aside from not requiring any new taxes, it would also help us address this woefully inadequate infrastructure scenario in our state. The other side of that coin, however, and this is probably going to be brought up when the legislature debates whether or not they want to engage in this practice. This is an example of what so very many people in our state don't like. You told me this money was going to be used for this purpose. And later on, lo and behold, we find out, well, you see, what had happened was it's far too common in Louisiana, and it is probably the overriding concern of people in our state anytime you come and ask for a new stream of revenue. Now, let me say for the record, there is something to be said about using an existing revenue stream to deal with something that is a desperate need, and God knows another bridge across the Mississippi River in the capital region is long overdue. Again, the Horace Wilkinson new bridge is 60 years old now. But what worries me is if we are giving fodder to the cannon of those that say, that's why I don't like giving these folks money, because they tell me it's going to be used for one thing, and the next thing I know, it's used for something else. And invariably, while they're using this money for something else, they're going to come back to me and tell me, we need some more money for this project over here. It should make for lively debate this legislative session. Whether or not this comes to fruition or not, only time will tell. But I, for one, am on the record as saying we desperately need that bridge. It is the worst and most embarrassing choke point on what should be a nonstop highway that runs coast to coast. It is the only place on a coast-to-coast highway where you can expect there to be regular problems, regular slowdowns, and in many cases, a complete halt to cross-country, not just transportation, but also the goods and services that are moved through transportation. Hopefully, this will be a solution to a problem that is real long in the making. We'll keep an eye on it and see what goes from there. Speaking of driving, those of you in the capital region, get ready for a change in the very near future. Here in East Baton Rouge Parish, on state roads, new traffic signals will be going up. And these are completely different, so you're going to have to adjust your mindset, okay? Telling you now. I don't know how all this is going to work out because on occasion, I have the opportunity to drive through roundabouts, and we are still struggling mightily with as simple a concept as a roundabout. But I digress. These new traffic lights in East Baton Rouge Parish will include colored arrows. 2 yellow, one which will flash, the other which will remain constant, the other a green arrow. It is going to take some getting used to, but if you think about it, it should, if implemented correctly, help reduce traffic congestion. I have said for many years that the interstate coming through Baton Rouge was one of the worst things that happened to this city. Well, Clarence, how can you say that? It's the interstate. You got people coming from all across the country. Here's what I mean when I say that. We took the interstate and turned it into Main Street, and we neglected all the other surface street infrastructure. Ask anybody that's a longtime Baton Rougean, how do I get to such and such? The directions start with, well, you get on the interstate and you get off at. Kevin Gallagher just confirmed it. Directions to anywhere in Baton Rouge always start with, well, you get on the interstate and you get off at. It is killing us. It is absolutely killing us. And finally, we've come to the realization that if you make this Main Street, that's okay if that's what you want to do, but at the same time, you've got to make an investment in surface street infrastructure. See, most of y'all don't realize the interstate was never designed for passenger car traffic. The interstate system was designed for the rapid movement of large vehicles in the event of a natural disaster, a national disaster. We need to get these huge trucks from here to there in a hurry. We don't need red lights. We don't need intersections. We need something where if it's military, if it's FEMA, if it's whomever, we can move lots and lots of stuff nonstop in a hurry. Well, we've been so blessed in this country where we haven't had the opportunity or the necessity to do that. So what have we done? Well, we have now taken over the interstate and turned it into Main Street. That's okay if you have the surface street infrastructure to go with it. I've said on more than one occasion, ad nauseum, all the fixes that we've attempted in Baton Rouge, unless and until you get enough adequate turn lanes in this city, nothing else is going to work. If you have 30 cars at an intersection and 29 of them want to turn right on red, if you don't have adequate turn lanes, that one car at the front of the line that doesn't want to turn will hold up the other 29 behind it until they move. It's not all that hard to figure out. But when you live in a city where directions to anywhere you want to go start with, well, you get on the interstate and you get off at, That's where we find ourselves, or why we find ourselves where we find ourselves. They're coming soon to an intersection near you. So familiarize yourself with these new lights so that, and I know for a lot of y'all, it's going to take a severe mental adjustment because you folks, and yeah, I said it, you people are used to intersections being a place where it's time to check your phone. You folks have let intersections become the place where you do everything other than help facilitate the flow of traffic. Hopefully, those days are over, and traffic, hopefully, will start to move the way it can move. If not, all those horns you hear behind you and all those one-finger gestures you're getting, they'll be for you till you figure it out. Just saying. Final break of today's show. We'll get her done, come back, put a big old pretty bow on this puppy, and we wrap up today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
From appetizers, pasta dishes, and entrees, La Contea takes pride in preparing all the Italian cuisine we know you love. Enjoy live music every Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 9, happy hour weekdays from 3 to 6, and brunch on Sundays from 11 to 2, as well as dinner portion-sized lunch specials for under $10. Visit our website to view our menu and book a party or meeting in our large banquet room. Once you try La Contea, your Italian dining will change forever.
The selection is deep, and the time to get a used car is right now from the Team Automotive Group. Shop and save on over 125 certified vehicles and choose from more than 700 pre-owned vehicles at any of our team locations. Or log on anytime at teamautouse.com.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, call the number on the screen now and speak with a live healthcare consultant. Don't wait. Get the coverage you need now.
Welcome back to the final segment of today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. It is going to be interesting to watch Baton Rouge drivers adopt the new red lights. You would be amazed the number of people in this city that still don't know you can make a left turn on red, provided the street you are turning onto is a one-way. Quick story. I emceed an event in downtown Baton Rouge years ago, and they put me up for the night in the hotel, and in changing clothes out of the tux and back into street clothes, I went off and left my wallet. So I get home, figure out, oh my God, I left my wallet in the hotel room. So I jump in the car, fly back downtown, get to the intersection right before the hotel. It's a block to my left. Just so happens that my beat at the time in news was covering the Louisiana legislature. I was there when they passed the law that says you can turn left on red, provided the street you're turning onto is a one-way in that direction. So sure enough, I'm saying, okay, well, it's the law now, not a big deal. I turn left on red. Whoop, whoop. I'm like, oh, no. So I pull over. Officer gets out, walks up to the car, says, you know you ran that light, right? I said, actually, officer, the law says that I can turn left on red as long as it's a one-way that I'm turning onto. I know the law. I represent the law. And I could see right there where this was going. So I said, well, officer, I'm a news reporter. Just so happens I was at the meeting when they passed the law. Now, obviously, they did a bad job in informing law enforcement that this is now the law. If you call the dispatcher, have them to check into it, I think you'll find out that I didn't run the light. All right, well, stay right here. I'll be right back. And I can see him on the radio, see his head moving. Body language tells you everything you need to know. I could tell the way he was walking back to the car. Stuck his hand out. Mr. Buggs, I'm sorry. You were right. I said, look, no harm, no foul, officer. They simply didn't do their job in letting law enforcement know, look, we changed the law. This is what you can do now. So the only reason probably that I knew about it, was because I was there when it happened. Not to mention the fact that I got pulled over for it. That let me know as well. But the number of people in this state, at least in the capital region, that still have no clue. You can make a left turn on red, provided the street you're turning onto is a one-way. The number of folks that have no clue that that's the law will blow you away. So I guess in retrospect, to expect us to deal with roundabouts and new red lights in a timely fashion might be asking just a bit much. Just saying. Later today, President Joe Biden is expected to unveil new CDC guidelines regarding the wearing of masks during the COVID-19 pandemic. By the way, Governor John Bel Edwards is scheduled to hold a press conference at 3:30 this afternoon dealing with the same thing. I can only imagine, as has been the case throughout the entire pandemic, that Governor John Bel Edwards will take guidance from the CDC in making whatever decision he makes for Louisiana. So if you're not able to watch both press conferences, I would imagine that what happens in the first one, nationally, from the president, will in all likelihood steer where Governor John Bel Edwards goes with the mask mandate here in Louisiana. Don't forget, coming up after yours truly, it's my guys, the Exiles, Bill Profita and Kevin Gallagher in their new slot here. So be sure, I would consider it a personal favor if you'd stick around and enjoy their show. By the way, both our shows come to you from Bayou Smokehouse, the home of old school barbecue. Had a dear friend, James, came by last week. 90-some years old, bless his heart. Veteran, has been all around the world. And he told the staff here, he said, you know, I've eaten food all around the world. And you all have, at Bayou Smokehouse, y'all have the best beans I've ever tasted in my life. Y'all thought I was joking when I told you you've got to try the bourbon baked beans. Well, actually, you got to try everything. I mean, the homemade mac and cheese, oh my God. If you've not been to 10655 Coursey Boulevard, Bayou Smokehouse, the home of old school barbecue, if you've not been here as of yet, my friend, you are living a deprived life. I don't know what you're waiting on. It's a personal invitation from yours truly. Ask my man Kevin Gallagher about the brisket sandwich. Boom. There you go. There you go. They would love to see you. Come on by, get some great food, fellowship with some great people, folks who, by the way, love their jobs, and food that does a Louisiana boy really proud. Just saying. Now, speaking of just saying, all that done, it is, of course, that time of day. And this day, maybe more so than any other. I give it to you. You're right. America? Nah, we're not perfect. But for this old boy's money, it's the best there is. And God knows there's no place else on his green earth that I'd rather be. Speaking of the good Lord, you realize he loves you, right? And I hope you know that I do too. Then again, there ain't a doggone thing you can do about either one. I make you a deal. Take care of yourselves. Let's take care of each other. And tomorrow, we'll do it all over again. Don't forget, The Exiles, up next. See you tomorrow.